Yeah, moderate rain. 25.
When you talk to the team at Websticks, it's a sign of a new beginning for your company's website. A fresh start, no more broken links, old information, dated pictures, or searching for the person or business who last worked on your site. Just tap Websticks and ask them to conduct their mini audit. It's totally free of charge. Or maybe you need a deeper inspection. Consider their major Tripwire 6-pillar audit. It's an 8-hour analysis with a detailed outcome report for only $500. In business since 2001, Websticks has completed over 1,000 website projects and over 20,000 maintenance tasks for their happy customers. And now excited to be serving Southwest Michigan. Call 269-925-1123 or visit Stunning Sites.
A little drum action there. Little taradiddle.
Mostly cloudy skies with a few scattered showers this morning. Then will become partly sunny, hot, and humid. We're going to end up in the low 80s. We do see another chance of showers and thunderstorms as we head into this evening. Then overnight, scattered showers. We drop down to 60 and some light showers off and on tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies. And temperatures will be much cooler. Inland will top out around 70, but near the lakeshore, we will stay in the 60s. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
We got a busy weekend of football ahead. We've got professional football, of course.
Yeah.
The Lions are playing on Thursday.
Oh.
They're going to be playing against the Chiefs, which that's a tough game because the Chiefs just won the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's a tough start for the Lions to have to jump into that game. Thursday night football, you'll be able to hear that on our sister station, Rock 107 WIRX.
Very nice.
We've got high school football we'll have on Friday. We'll have those previews for you on Friday morning. Also, Michigan football.
Yeah.
Another week of Michigan football.
Excellent.
Yeah. Busy time.
Very nice.
Speaking of football and blocking, there's going to be a lot of blocking of roadways here pretty soon down in Niles, which is going to make my commute. Well, it's not really going to affect my commute, but it's going to affect my trips to the grocery store and all these other places. Do we know how long this project is?
Yeah, probably more than a year. They're going to start this month. And they say they expect to be complete by November 2024. That's a long time. They're going to be doing some major work, which is why they're going to hold an open house.
So are they tearing, because this is the US 12 and M51 corridor, which there's a bridge there. So my guess is they're tearing down the bridge, doing the ramps, doing the whole section there.
You can find out if you attend the Michigan Department of Transportation public open house. So the project is going to rebuild US 12 and M51 there. Now, if I remember correctly, that's an overpass situation. And so it has some weird on-ramps.
Yeah, the ramps, one of them for sure is like all of a sudden just this, there's no warning.
No.
It's just like, you're
like a
going up,
road or something.
you're going up, and then it's like boom, 90-degree turn.
Yeah, it's very odd.
I remember taking that when I was first driving, and I almost flipped the car because I was like, I'm going 45 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour. That's about the time the amount of miles per hour should go up a ramp, and then sharp turn.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with that intersection, US 12, M51, there's an interchange there in Niles Township. Berrien County attendees will be able to see what the MDOT folks are doing and planning, although they're starting to work later this month, so there really won't be much change there. Maybe they'll put some extra signage up or something like that. But
I love that.
They're inviting community stakeholders, local businesses, interested residents, and any MDOT staff and contractors to see what's happening. It's an open house. It's happening next Tuesday. So a week from yesterday, from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Southwestern Michigan College. They're hosting it in room 134.
Oh,
if you're interested. So MDOT is planning to invest $30 million.
That's awesome.
To rebuild that interchange at 12 and 51, to rebuild US 12 from west of 3rd Street to east of M51 and repave M51 from Chestnut Lane to Main Street, as well as do some sidewalks, some drainage improvements.
Wow.
I didn't know that draining was a problem in that area, but I'm glad they're doing it.
I will say sometimes when there's heavy rain or like snow melt,
Yeah.
it does get a little treacherous
Okay.
in that spot. So yeah, I think it is time.
Work is anticipated to begin this month and be completed by November of 2024.
Great. So that means detours and all kinds of other.
There'll be some
different
orange signage.
See, I know people get frustrated and they hate the orange cones, but you're totally right. It's gonna be a while, but once it's done, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be better.
So just look on the bright side.
Yeah.
If you have to do the detour for a little while, but yeah, there's all kinds of road construction going on. But hey, it's that time of year, and that means in the end you're gonna have better roads.
That is correct.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Well, that's one thing that people are going to be dealing with. Another thing is, speaking of highways, the information superhighway. Some artificial intelligence making its way to where is it going now?
Well, it's going in a bad direction. So some people use AI for good, so you can find out how to cook a better turkey or something like that, or whatever, solve world problems. Other people are using it for nefarious purposes. Michigan and every other state in the union now, and then some, have sent a letter urging Congress to study how artificial intelligence can and is already being used to exploit children through child sexual abuse material. And they're asking Congress to now legislate AI in that area to protect children from those abuses. Artificial intelligence poses a serious threat to our children, and abusers are already taking advantage. That, according to Attorney General for Michigan, Dana Nessel, who signed the letter along with the 49 other state attorneys general. She says, our laws and regulations must catch up to the technology that's being used by those who prey on our children. She says she stands with her colleagues in asking Congress to prioritize examining the dangers posed by AI-generated child sexual abuse material. Who knew that they would do this
with AI?
With such powerful technology, creating deep fakes, etc.
That's the thing, though, is that how is the government going to be able to regulate all of this stuff? Because with these companies, they're all independent companies, and it's artificial intelligence. I mean, we've had so many problems with trying to regulate anything on the internet. So what do they expect to happen?
Well, I mean, it would, if the past is any kind of precursor of what will happen in the future, you would look at what they've done with human trafficking. Human trafficking follows everything, major sporting events, big gatherings of all kinds, and they advertise it on the web, whether it's Facebook or X or Instagram, etc. And there are heavy penalties, and it's basically a tip line for law enforcement. So I would assume with artificial intelligence and in this application, they're gonna legislate to create strict laws and penalties, and go after those to make examples of those who would exploit children in this way, and make examples of folks. Just make sure that people know this is illegal, it's wrong. We'll go after it when we find it, to at least try to stem the tide of it, even though, as you mentioned, other countries are still going to allow it.
Who's going to get in trouble? Because, they can say, well, we didn't do it.
They'll track them down.
It was the artificial intelligence that made the decision to do these things.
Somebody's prompting
responsible.
Somebody's prompting it, so they'll go after those people. And there's always a trace. There's always a trail that you can follow.
Yeah, I swear everything that I've seen has artificial intelligence in it. Like I just saw an ad the other day. It was like, buy this new laptop with built-in AI. No, I don't want to do that. But it's everywhere.
Well, the Google search tool is already asking you, hey, do you want AI enhanced results?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Do I?
I don't think I do.
Yeah.
I've seen Terminator one too many times. And I'm pretty sure I know Skynet exists. And we got to watch out for that.
Yeah. So anyway, just another area to be careful in, and know that the lawmakers are thinking about it.
And much like everything, we always like to give you bad news first and good news last.
Right.
But one thing, I don't know if this is good news or bad news.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw this, but I haven't seen pictures just yet. 2 people were recently arrested for cutting a giant hole into the Great Wall of China.
What? No.
Yeah. They used an excavator.
Who were they?
So these guys, just two idiots, basically, arrested in northern China after they cut a huge gap in the wall with an excavator.
Wow.
Why were they doing it?
Yeah.
Looking for a shortcut.
Oh, come on. They didn't want to go around.
Didn't want to go around.
I guess that makes sense, but
So the damage was done to this section that goes back to the Ming Dynasty,
oh no.
which ruled China for 300 years, and part of the wall dates back 2,000 years.
So it was old. It needed a little replacement, a little
Apparently,
renovation.
It's listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of what the Mongols, I think, were the ones that were trying to get to the other side, and they blocked them. That's why they built the wall.
Well,
If only they had an excavator.
well, I'm thinking, I mean, they have an excavator. The Great Wall of China was meant to keep invading forces and just stop them.
Right.
They
Exactly.
They didn't have a backup.
They didn't have the excavator. They didn't rent the excavator.
Jeez.
But that I don't understand the disrespect of something that is a world history monument.
Maybe they didn't know. It's like, hey, there's this big wall here.
Maybe they didn't know.
Maybe they thought they weren't going to get caught.
Man, you know what would be nice? I'd really like to get to the other side. Do you think we should just create a door here?
Did they even know it was on the other side?
Probably not.
I mean, what is it? What to go around? They had to probably go a great distance.
Sure. Yeah.
So what was on the other side that they so needed?
I don't know.
Maybe their cows needed.
They
to
were
go
just
and graze
curious, or
something.
no, they were just idiots. They were just like, hey, want to get a shortcut. I don't want to walk anymore. I'm just going to take this wall. But the disrespect of these historical places, I saw a few months ago, somebody, I don't know if they signed their name or they were just like writing on it, but they did that to the Roman Colosseum.
Oh no!
Yeah. And I think it was another one of those, oh, I didn't know it was real. I thought it was just, an old, a building.
Well, that reminds me.
2,000 plus years old.
Remember when Katie Couric used to be on the Today Show?
Mhm.
And she visited Petra in Jordan,
Yeah.
the old ancient, you see it on the Indiana Jones,
Sure.
the city carved into cliffs. She was sitting alongside part of the archaeological dig there, scratching on it, just like, oh, look at this, it's just so brittle. And the guy's like, no, stop that, please.
Don't touch that stuff.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I feel
What
like
are people thinking?
Yeah, if you took me to an archaeological dig to check things out, especially just like to
Just
report on
scratch
it, I would just stand in the corner and not touch anything because I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah. So what's the penalty for digging a hole in the Great Wall?
I don't know. I don't know
is
what
that
they're.
death?
I assume it's not going to be good.
No.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess what I would probably do is look at what was the punishment 2,000 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it would be very good.
Maybe just make them shovel the wall.
Yeah, maybe just put
shovel the wall.
Put everything back the way it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work out. But so there you go.
Okay.
Next time you're going and visiting one of the wonders of the world, don't touch anything.
No.
And don't try to create shortcuts.
No.
Coming up here in just a little while, we'll catch you up with sports, news, and your Bloomberg Market Minute. It's all next.
Just as the roots of a mighty oak run deep, Sturgis Bank is committed to seeing our hometowns flourish. We'll help you buy a home, start a business, or expand your company. Our commitment to local decision-making shows our wholehearted investment in the places we call home, like no other banking institution. Experience the Sturgis Bank difference. Highly personal
just some
service,
loud-ass
long-time community support,
Dang.
and a desire to do right by the people we serve. Visit SturgisBank.com to learn more.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. If your pre-owned car feels new, looks new, and drives like it's brand new, it's probably a certified pre-owned Ford from Campbell. Hi, I'm Brian Lairs from Campbell Ford in Niles, Southwest Michigan's Ford certified pre-owned leader. Each one of our vehicles goes through Ford's meticulous 172-point inspection before it's called Ford certified pre-owned. Then we put it through the painstaking Campbell inspection, so you'll swear you're driving new. See our stellar inventory at CampbellFordNiles.com. Campbell Ford, the best bottom line, is right at the state line.
At Corewell Health, every leap forward starts with the same question. Can we? Can we use genetics to fight cancers? As in plural? As in all of them? Can we save a person's heart from 500 miles away using robots? Can we combine psychology, biology, and all the ologies to heal the whole person? We can. Corewell Health.
I was a 38-year-old man and a
.org and discover what
55-year-old
we can
woman.
do together.
The 10th Annual Community Fun Day is this Saturday from 11 to 4 at the Lincoln Township Park Community Center. Illusionist Jason Collum is featured along with Senior Bingo, Dance Arts Performance, Ken's Balloons, and Ron's Puppets. There's something for everyone. Visit Community Fun Day on Facebook for all the details. Special thanks go to Honor Credit Union, Verizon Bank, United Federal Credit Union,
I don't think that was there.
Meyer and
What's that big
Stevensville. The
excavator
10th
doing?
Annual Community Fun Day is this Saturday at the Lincoln Township Park Community Center. 94.9 WSJM is your home for St. Joe Bears football. Brett Wachowski and Joel Cordes have the call all season long, thanks to great sponsors like City Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Rogers Foodland, Campbell Ford, Insurance Management Service, Lakefront Roofing and Exteriors, Ender's Auto Repair, United Federal Credit Union, and Independent Mobile Welding. Listen to St. Joe Bears football at WSJM.com, on the WSJM app, and on 94.9 WSJM.
The Bloomberg Business Minute on WSJM is brought to you by Sturgis Bank and Trust. Let's grow together. Serving Berrien Branch, Kalamazoo, St. Joseph, and Van Buren counties. Now with 2 new locations in St. Joseph, downtown, and on Cleveland Avenue. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Sources tell Bloomberg that the Federal Trade Commission is likely to sue Amazon later this month, capping a 4-year antitrust investigation. The suit is expected to target the online retail giant's popular marketplace. That's where third-party merchants pay a commission on each sale. They've complained that Amazon unfairly ties access to its marketplace with its logistics service. Attention Kia drivers, there is a new recall that may affect your car.
Kia.
Federal safety regulators say Kia is recalling certain 2022 to 2023 models on concerns that mounting clips for the rear view camera may break. That could cause images not to display properly. The recall applies to certain Sorento hybrid, and Sorento plug-in hybrid vehicles and involves almost 145,000 cars. Stocks finished lower to start the holiday shortened trading week. The stock futures were slipping this morning. Tina Stimetti, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Good morning, just past 7:30. Today it's
Rain,
Yeah, for sure. We got
bowling,
a good amount of rain.
thunder, lightning, rain.
Yeah, the Angels are playing some bowling tonight or today. Cloudy and rain and storms for a good amount of today. High 85. We're going to deal with some more of that tonight, and low down to 62. Good news is it's going to be really nice tomorrow and Friday. A little cloudy. It's going to feel like fall.
Okay,
High 70
very nice.
both of those days. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be very nice.
Also looking forward to more of the show. You can always listen and watch us on our stream. We're streaming live on our Facebook and our YouTube. Get a little behind the scenes, little what, fly on the wall, I guess you call it.
Yes.
Yeah. So hello to all of our flies on the wall. Feel free to comment if you're watching that. If you have any input on the show, feel free to reach out.
That's right. And
Wardrobe input as well.
yeah,
Navy blue shirts today.
navy blue short sleeve collared shirts is the call of the day.
Maybe
Maybe we're going golf today.
you got a little fresh cut there. Your haircut there. A
Oh.
little trim.
Yeah, it was hot yesterday, so I shaved the side of my head.
I'm gonna just pin this up and go. Bzzz. It looks good.
Thank
you do it yourself.
I do.
Do you have the what's the vacuum cleaner?
The Flowbee?
The Flowbee?
No,
You don't have one of those?
I imagine, I dream about a day when I can have the Flowbee.
Oh man, I've always wanted one of those.
It makes sense. You hook a vacuum cleaner to a haircut thing.
Yeah. It's a great idea. Still a lot to get to this morning. What do we want to talk about next?
Well, I want to talk about the Rolling Stones releasing a new album, but maybe we'll put We'll put that on the video stream. We can talk about that there. But for our Moody on the Market, there's a South Haven Jazz Fest we should talk about. So we'll have our Moody on the Market update coming up.
Love good Yaz.
Yes.
Let's find out what's happening in the news this morning.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Michael Arden. Local governments in Berrien County are preparing to work with the county on future elections. WSJM's Andrew Green reports.
Benton Harbor City Commissioners have approved an agreement with Berrien County for early voting. The move comes after voters in Michigan last year approved a proposal requiring at least 9 days of early voting before state and federal elections. At a meeting last night, commissioners signed off on a resolution from City Clerk Tiffany Moore to contract.
The rain is a rockin', man. I tell you.
Our cozy DJ, Paul Landecker,
the mayor of South Haven,
South Haven, was just texting me saying, "Heck of a thunderstorm headed up the coast," and he is correct.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're dealing with that. He texts you now. He doesn't text me.
Well, I mean, it's news.
Oh, it's news that it's raining. Hey, newsman.
It's news. So the Rolling Stones. Let's see, Mick Jagger.
Mm-hmm.
You know how old he is?
He is.
Want to take a guess?
I'm going to say
Nice shirt, by the way.
80.
He is 80.
80?
He is exactly 80.
Okay.
Maybe not exactly, but he is
Around
80 years old, and they're breaking out a new album.
No way.
They haven't had a new album since 2005, and they were going to come on this show and unveil the album, but instead they're going to do the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, 9:30 tonight. Yeah, it's going to be a live YouTube broadcast at 9:30 as they're doing whatever they do on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Do they? I thought they weren't doing the Tonight Show.
It's a live YouTube broadcast. That's what I see here.
Must
Maybe
be.
it's Wednesday morning. Oh, he's doing it in the morning.
I think what's going on because of the writer's strike that's been going on.
How can he do this?
Well,
Jimmy Fallon's doing it.
Well, he can do it on his video, just like what he did during the pandemic, where he did a lot of stuff from either home
But
or
you're not
wherever.
supposed to do any of that stuff.
Maybe. Well, I think some of those shows thought maybe we could still do some of these things if we're just talking about certain
If
stuff.
we're getting enough money from the Rolling Stones, to
Yeah,
help promote their album.
the Rolling Stones. If Mick Jagger happens to be in New York somewhere where Jimmy Fallon also happens to be, because I saw him post something on Instagram that they were just like sitting in a cafe somewhere.
Come on.
Selena
Selena Gomez got ripped up for posting on Instagram something about "I miss being on my show," and she did
Sure.
a hashtag for murders in the building.
Yeah.
And she was raked over the coals. It must have been a slow news day.
Mhm.
But Jimmy Fallon goes on to promote the Rolling Stones' new album, and he has no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a double
I don't know.
standard. Double standard.
I agree. It is a double standard. So we'll. So that's the thing, though. With back to the Rolling Stones.
Yes.
Is this something that we should be looking forward to? Because
Absolutely.
I feel like at a certain point, Bruce Springsteen sold all of his music, and just he's a great songwriter still, and probably will just make more money writing more songs.
Yeah.
But did we need more Rolling Stones music?
Absolutely. You can always get what you want.
Yeah.
From
All right.
I don't know. It depends on how the album sounds. Then we will
Because
find out whether or not.
I know they still, from what I hear, they still put on a great live show.
Yeah.
So will they put new music out that's going to be good? I don't know.
And is it going to be era flavored? Is
Right.
it going to be kind of pandemic? Or is it going to be politics?
Because a lot of those bands that put out some of these songs on the radio, it's like, because like Rolling Stones is one of those groups that hasn't put out music for a while. Where do you play it?
Yeah.
Do you play it on a classic hits kind of station or what? I don't know. Maybe we play it here.
Well, we can play it here. Sure.
Yeah. So it's coming out Friday?
If Mick and the boys want to come here and play, we will play their song.
Oh.
It's coming out. Well, I don't know when it's coming out. Let's see.
Okay.
Details are sparse, except that Jimmy Fallon is going to be doing it with the Rolling Stones live
Okay.
YouTube broadcast at 9:30 this morning.
All right.
Yeah, the band said on Instagram they're going to reveal more information about it today.
Mm-hmm. I just hope that at one point he does the one thing I like on Jimmy Fallon's show, on the Tonight Show, is the classroom kids instruments.
Yes.
Where they have the roots and they all play classroom
That is
instruments, and then they play a popular song. I'd like to see Mick Jagger jump in on the fun and do that with them.
That would be fun.
Get Keith Richards in there.
That would be fun. If they did it, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I agree. Nice shirt. That's a nice shirt you have on.
Thank you.
That's a really nice shirt.
It's a golf shirt.
Okay.
I don't golf, but I find that golf clothing. I'm at the age now, my mid-30s, that I go for comfort, as well as style, and golf seems to be the perfect thing.
What were you going for? Like uncomfortable?
No, I was going still comfortable, but it didn't really care about the style.
All right.
And function, not even style, but just functionality. There was a time in my life where I just wanted slip-on shoes. I wanted everything to be slip-on shoes.
Oh man,
it's raining really bad. I had slip-on dress shoes. I had slip-on like those casual, like the Hey Dudes, but before the Hey Dudes, they had the Sanuk sandals that were like a canvas outer, and you just slipped them on. I wanted everything to be slip-on shoes.
Okay.
I'm still kind of that way. I don't like lacing my shoes.
Yes.
So same thing with pants. I like pants that don't really feel like pants.
Yeah.
They feel almost like pajamas or like a light, I don't know. They go for comfort.
Did you ever have a problem separating from your shoes when you were a kid?
Separating? Like
from your shoes? Like, oh, this is a great pair of shoes. I don't want to throw them
away. No. Holding on to them?
Yeah, I had that problem. I had that problem. Even at the shoe store, got a brand new pair of shoes. Yeah, these look great. Let's put them back in the box. I'm going to put my shoes back on.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, no, I always wanted fresh new ones.
But the old ones were good and comfortable.
They were good, but then they became, and this is still a problem for I wouldn't say holding on to them, like having an emotional attachment. It was more of just there's still good use out of those ones. Like I turned them into play shoes or same thing with shirts. I'm like, those are play shirts or those are work shirts.
Okay.
When it's like you only need a couple of those shirts to hold on to.
Yeah. I still hold a little ceremony every time I throw shoes away.
Really?
Well, maybe not a ceremony.
Do you recycle them?
Sometimes, if they're in good enough shape.
Yeah.
But I give the kind of like, they're not often in that great of shape.
My grandpa used to take shoes and cut the backs off of them because apparently he was also, I wanted everything to be slip-ons. He used to he'd get a pair of like New Balance running shoes and take them to the bandsaw and saw off the back part so that all he was doing was just slipping them on.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
He did that and I was like, couldn't you just buy slippers?
I'm going to do that with a pair of shoes. I'm going to try that.
Try it out.
See how long it takes Stephanie to notice.
See if you like. I don't know how they work, how comfortable they would be, because would you still lace them up?
Well, I would never unlace them. Yeah, you lace them up once.
Them up tight.
And then they become the slip-ons.
Yeah. I mean, give it a shot. If you got the tools to do so, just grab a little bandsaw or a little I don't know, cut it up in a little jigsaw and just cut that thing off. I always thought it was so weird. Like, Grandpa, what are you doing? You just bought these shoes. Cut off the back. All right. Well, still got a lot of the show to do yet. I mean, we might be on storm watch here. Hopefully we don't lose power at any point.
That would be good.
That would not be good. We don't want to lose power.
No, that would be, you said hopefully we don't lose power.
Hopefully we don't lose power.
I was saying that was good that we don't lose power.
Yes, you're right. I gave you the double negatives there.
Paul wants to know if we get any hail to let him know.
If we get hail, so we're on hail watch now.
Oh, hail, yeah.
We're also on the parking lot watch, because I always find it, I always hate it when you have to, you get somewhere like work or the store and it starts pouring down rain. You have that moment of contemplation where it's like, do I stay in the car until it starts to subside or do I just go for it and run in the rain?
Because, poor Kathy's outside right now waiting in her car.
Yeah. I think
that's Kathy, right?
I think there's Kathy, and I think there's a few other people that are probably waiting out in the parking lot, trying to get as close as possible to the door. But yeah, I usually just go for it, man. Just make a run for it. Even if I get soaked, just go for it and then deal with it later.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
What do we want to talk about here next?
Rent control. Lansing. You can always tell when things are gearing up in Lansing because the protesters come out.
Oh, yeah.
So they're protesting rent.
Great.
So they want rent control.
Well, we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Saying hello to those people watching on our live stream.
and people asking when do we get paid?
When do we get paid?
When do we get paid?
I don't
know. Today?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do we get paid? Do you get paid?
Do I get paid?
Do we get paid?
I don't.
I keep waiting.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that paycheck too. I don't know. If anybody wants to comment on the live stream, it happens to work here. When are we getting our paycheck? Anyways, let's find out what's. We're going to get back on the air here in just a moment.
All right.
Learn more about how students experience the Shamrock Way at Berrien Springs Public Schools. Berrien Springs Public Schools, together, inspiring students to think, learn, achieve, and care in a global community.
WSJM Weather You Can Depend On is sponsored by Boss Services, raising the standard for heating, cooling, and electrical in Southwest Michigan. Boss Services.
Mostly cloudy skies with a few scattered showers this morning. Then will become partly sunny, hot, and humid. We're going to end up in the low 80s. We do see another chance of showers and thunderstorms as we head into this evening. Then overnight, scattered showers. We drop down to 60 and some light showers off and on tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies. And temperatures will be much cooler. Inland will top out around 70, but near the lakeshore, we will stay in the 60s. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Hope you're staying dry. If you did not grab an umbrella today and you're already at work, you might need it later this afternoon too.
Yeah.
It's coming down.
Yeah.
We've been on hail watch just to make sure everything is safe. Where are we at this moment?
I just went out and looked, and it's still raining.
Still
Still here
raining?
in Benton Harbor.
You had to go outside to check that?
Well, I just wanted to make sure because I see on the camera it looks a little bit funky.
Well, yeah, because we're still in the night vision
night
mode,
yeah.
and when the rain does go past the camera, it usually looks kind of like it could be hail. Like honestly, one of those looks almost exactly the same as it does when it's snowing.
And I can also report from the middle camera neighborhood, the poor spider that built the nest this morning, that web is now, or the web is now gone.
Oh,
yeah. So sorry about that spider.
That's all right. It's gone, but we can rebuild.
And they probably will.
Yeah. Or they're going to get a rental somewhere else, or maybe a rental spider web.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, some rent control happening. What's going on with that?
Housing advocates from across Michigan gathered at the state capitol yesterday in Lansing, calling on lower rent and more protections for tenants across Michigan. On the Capitol steps and in the State House and Senate chambers, advocates shouted, "Rent is too expletive high." Tenants who say they struggle with rising rent costs and a family living out of their car after being evicted were among the attendees of the demonstration. They're asking the state legislature to act and enact some rent controls. The coalition came together back in February in Lansing, and they wanted policy changes to lift a ban on state law for rent control. They want to establish a renter's bill of rights, they say. They want more building of publicly owned housing that is rent stabilized, and they want to prioritize housing for people who are experiencing homelessness. Now, according to the statistics, Michigan has a shortage of affordable housing for extremely low-income renters. A family of four earning $26,500, according to the National Low-Income Housing Coalition, just can't find housing. Based on 2021 data, the group estimates that Michigan needs an additional 191,000 rental homes to meet the needs of Michigan renters.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so they're highlighting the issue. They say 39% of people in the state make too much money to qualify for federal benefits, but they make too much money to make ends meet.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, as you think about housing prices, housing affordability, how things are shifting quite a bit, and that going into the rental market, some people are angry. They're in Lansing. They're asking the legislature to change things, and they may.
Yeah, I hope so. Because I know that people, I don't rent anything, but when I see rentals popping up for stuff, they're like astronomical prices. And I don't know how, like, honestly, had I not purchased a home and had a mortgage that is affordable, if I was trying to rent something today, There's no chance.
Well, can you imagine for the young people getting out of college?
Right.
If you want to pursue the American dream of picket fence outside your home and a car, with the interest rates being what they are right now, that's unaffordable.
Right.
You're gonna have to work a little bit longer.
And that's why
that's the thing. You do have to work a little bit longer, but at some point, you're like, okay, that dream is just out of reach.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people are starting to switch jobs and doing it more and more because they're going after the higher wage because of not just because, hey, I want to make more money. It's like more of a need.
Yeah.
I need to make more money so that I can pay for this rent, because usually with your rent, you want it to be whatever your rent is should be whatever your income should be. Usually, like what you make in about a week should be what you pay for rent or mortgage.
Yep.
Ideally, so that you can put some money away for savings and things like that. But it's like, where are you going to find a job when you have these rentals that are $1,200 to $1,500 a month?
And one of the families that was there in Lansing yesterday demonstrating, they said basically they end the month with about $200.
Yeah.
Because after you think about rent and utilities and living expenses, probably include the car in that.
Yeah.
Pay all their bills, $200.
Yeah. If you got a car payment, especially a newer car, good luck.
It's rough.
You might as well be living in your car.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's what they need to start coming out with new cars. Like, now you can live in it.
The van life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to switch to van life. I think that's why more and more people are going for the smaller homes and the smaller spaces, because big house with a white picket fence is now becoming the van with the nice seats,
grill.
the nice leather seats. Geez. Well, so there's that to deal with. Another thing that's going on in the news, Berrien County Health Department advising everyone to make sure they're prepared for emergencies as we're looking out the window and seeing all of these storms that are happening. Ooh, some good lightning.
See some lightning out there.
Good lightning. As we mentioned, what was it? Septic Smart Week that's coming up in September. It's also Emergency Preparedness Month.
That's right. The Berrien County Health Department is advising everyone to make sure they're prepared for emergencies. And why not during Emergency Preparedness Month?
Yeah.
Why, that's a loud one, too.
Oh, yeah.
Department Emergency Preparedness Coordinator Jeff Thornton tells us that Berrien County may not get many of the natural disasters that other areas of the country get, but we can still get tornadoes, floods, fires, lightning storms, that kind of stuff. All households should have a plan in place, he says, in case of such events. He says that we can prepare in small ways every day.
Yeah.
But Preparedness Month helps remind us to have that outcome-based objective in mind as you're preparing to react.
Do you have an emergency preparedness plan?
No. Go to the basement. Basically.
Yeah. Usually with
That's
storms, it's go to the basement.
Yeah.
But and having those things, everything from
candles,
your plan for natural disaster, your fire plan, what to do with that, or anything that's going on. Having that stuff set aside. Also, never have enough flashlights, in my opinion.
Yeah. Flashlights are great.
I used to be a flashlight collector.
Really?
Any flashlight, I'd buy one.
A collector or a hoarder?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
More of the hoard, because they weren't like collectible flashlights. It wasn't like a 1950s vintage flashlight. No, it was just like, oh, well, I got this mag light for my birthday, and then I'm going to go buy this other flashlight. And no, there's this flashlight keychain. I'm going to have that. But now I've got camping lanterns throughout the house, all kinds of different things. Pretty much, you could reach within 10 feet in my house. There's probably some sort of light. That's important.
Yeah.
Because I trip over everything.
The Boy Scout flashlights were the best because they have the right angle.
Right.
With the D batteries and then the flashlight that comes out.
That's the way to go.
I don't know why they did that, but
I think because so you could strap it to like your vest and you could have it pointing towards you, but also because you can't rotate that little 90 degree. See, that would have made sense if you could rotate that 90 degrees. So you got a straight up regular flashlight and it does all those things.
I just like the headlights that you can put on.
Oh, headlamps?
Yeah, the headlamps you can put on.
Like you just have a miner's helmet every time the power goes out?
They've got the ones that you can just straight the elastic over your head and you can just put that on.
Well, there you go.
Those are nice.
So having your emergency preparedness
Hands-free.
plan
Yeah.
and all of your items and things that you need, go check out all of that. And your headlamp. You got to have the miner's helmet headlamp. That is a necessary thing in everyone's home. We'll get to some more things in just a little bit, including your Moody on the Market update next. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
Where do you
You don't keep the miner's helmet handy?
I love the headlamps, though. I mean, for running or for
Working
shoveling
on
snow in
stuff.
the dark,
Yeah.
working on stuff under the sink. You know, you
Yeah.
got a leak under there, you got to fix.
Always good to have.
Yeah.
Those are certainly handy. But yeah, I've always wondered about the Boy Scout in the military style, light like that, why they never designed it to rotate. I'm sure there are ones now that will swivel and do all those different things. I always love the one flashlights when they're like, hey, you need this flashlight? If you use this tiny little flashlight, it's got so many LEDs in there that it will blind you. Like it will be like the sun.
Yeah. Yeah. They do have very powerful flashlights, the little spotlights you can use for your backyard.
Too ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be some regulation on the brightness there because it's too much to handle.
Yeah. Especially if you live near an airport.
Yeah.
All of a sudden directing planes in. Oh, what's
Yeah.
going on there?
Oh, we got another alarm thing going on.
Town line site. The transmitters are down there.
The storms are getting pretty wicked. Jocelyn texted me and said, "Why do you keep talking about what I'm wearing?"
Who?
Jocelyn said that.
What you're wearing?
Yeah, because you said nice shirt like a couple times.
Oh, because we're wearing the same shirt. Is she not watching the
She's not
stream?
watching the stream.
Ah,
She's
Jocelyn,
listening.
come on.
She's listening. So, you can listen too. We got your Moody on the Market update here next.
Why your business or organization isn't growing as fast as it should, how to turn strangers into your best superhero promoters and fans, and how to achieve a return on your marketing investment in today's world of digital and traditional advertising. Space is limited for this free September 26th half-day workshop, so register now at ReallySmartMarketingWorkshop.com.
Hey, it's Fred Upton, and you're listening to The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
What do you want to know? Southwest Michigan's business, you can always find it at moodyonthemarket.com. Our team of contributors always on it with a lot of great stories. You can check out that on the app as well. Download the Moody on the Market app. Your update brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles, and going up the coast to South Haven for some yes.
That's right. The South Haven Jazz Festival returns to the city September 15 and 16. The festival consists of 2 full days of jazz music performed at the Huron Street Pavilion in downtown South Haven. All ages welcome to attend. Admission is free all weekend long. The community looks forward to the Jazz Fest every year, and this year is no different, said Jennifer Sistrunk, Executive Director of the South Haven Convention and Visitors Bureau. She says festival organizers have put together an incredible lineup of musicians and bands that they know attendees will love.
Yeah, the full schedule of those performances include music from Ted Allen and the Underprivileged, Jim Cooper and the Jazz Connection, as well as the Grand Rapids Jazz Orchestra, Evidence Jazz Group, looks like Pavel and Direct Connect.
Contact.
Or Direct Contact, that is.
Yeah.
Direct Connect, that's how you plug in your amp. And also Edie Evans Hyde and the Terry Lower Quartet.
That's right. Festival attendees can enjoy Rhythm Section Basics and the Modern Jazz Band. They're having fun with their names.
Yeah.
Master class is going to happen on Saturday, September 16 at 1 p.m. for folks at the Lizatiac. Is that right? Auditorium. Listiac at the South Haven High School. Thank you. And they'll be performing on the 16th, and Lake Effect Jazz Band will close out the festival. The event includes a beer tent. For more details and better pronunciations of the names, you can go to southhavenjazzfestival.com. And you can also find more information at southaven.org.
If you just show up to the event, I'm sure they'll get the names right.
You would hope. Yeah, that was
a nice rumbling of thunder as the we've been watching these storms. We've got a heavy bit of storms making its way across Lake Michigan, and I think we're just getting the beginnings of it. and we'll probably be dealing with storms for most of the day. But the good thing is, the hot weather that we dealt with yesterday going to be a lot cooler because of this rain.
Very nice.
So got that to look forward to. Also got another hour of the show on the way. We have Tom Austin returning.
Hooray!
Yeah, for the 8 o'clock block.
Back from vacation. Very nice.
But if you want to check out all of these stories and more for Moody on the Market, just go to moodyonthemarket.com and the app. Your update brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
We're watching over you.
All right, that about wraps us up here for this live stream. We've been watching these storms. They are wicked, man.
Yeah, do be careful out there. Rain, a lot of rain, a lot of lightning.
That's a big system.
Yeah.
I mean, it pretty much covered Lake Michigan, and I'm not sure if there's a more coming from the it's coming from the south.
It is south and west.
All right. Well, we'll just deal with it, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like it's still hanging out in Illinois, but yeah.
And no major damages on that end, so we're not really expecting much. Just really a lot of rain, probably.
It looks like it. They did see a flash flood warning in Illinois.
Okay.
That was south of Chicago, but nothing has been put out for us as yet.
All right.
We do have strong thunderstorm warning that continues for the next hour or two.
All right. Well, we'll keep our eyes on it. But a good day of rain. Enjoy it. Hopefully you keep your power, and hopefully the power doesn't go out here at the old radio ranch. But we'll talk to you on the radio in just a little bit, and also you can see us again tomorrow.
Yep.
Hopefully we're not wearing the same color shirt.
Do you want to coordinate now?
Do you want to just pick a color?
Okay, no, I get the solid. You can wear a plaid. How about that?
I can wear a plaid.
Okay.
Yeah, because it'll be chilly tomorrow. I'll wear a plaid shirt tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you again soon.